If you've been following the AI space, you know we have moved past simple chatbots. We are now at a fascinating inflection point where AI is no longer just answering questions, it's taking action. We are talking about AI that can plan, execute, and course correct to achieve a goal. Welcome back to Visionary Voices, the podcast series that decodes the biggest technology trends impacting business today. To help us navigate this exciting and complex new frontier, I am thrilled to be joined by a true expert in the field, Ankit Verma, Technical Architect for Data Science and Generative AI at To The New. Ankit, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Priyanka. I'm glad to be here. Looking forward for the conversation.
So, Ankit, let's start with the big picture. How do you define agentic AI in simple terms, and why is everyone suddenly talking about it?
Pretty good question, I would say, and this has been floating around the internet, on LinkedIn, and many more social media platforms. And when we talk about agentic AI, in simple terms, I would say it's a kind of software that pursues some goal and takes action. How is it different from the traditional AI? So you can take an example of claim processing. So traditional AI would tell us that whether a document is complete or not, while agentic AI will tell you is it complete or not, what part of the document is missing. It asks the relevant document from the customers, take repetitive action, takes the feedback from them, and then closes the loop. So in short, agentic AI is a mix of multiple AI agent that can take the the inputs from the user. It has multiple tools, it has multiple CRMs connectivity, multiple AI connectivity, memory in itself, which in turn helps us to collect the feedback and close that loop. And why is it in limelight these days? Because the integrations with your traditional apps or the web applications has made it more powerful for your web application to be empowered with a lot of new functionalities. That's why it has been into the consideration nowadays.
That's a powerful distinction, Ankit. So, this isn't just a new feature, it's a whole new way of working. So, what excites you the most about this shift from task based to outcome driven agents?
Well, since I'm a technical architect, I would say technology excites me the most. But also from the business perspective, there have been different success matrices which is now being measured through this agentic AI, which drives a lot of excitement, not among only me or my team, but also amongst the various stakeholders we have been interacting with. Operational excellence is one of them. Whether your tickets are getting resolved, how many tickets are getting resolved in a considerable amount of time. Those are certain things which we are ready to measure nowadays in a live channel. So these things excites us the most.
So, Ankit, it seems like every tech company is now branding its product as an agent. So, let's get this clear. In your opinion, what isn't agentic AI, even if it's being sold as such in the market?
So I'll give you with an example. Suppose a chatbot that you're having. If it's not having an LLM call, it's not calling any tool, it is not calling any API, it doesn't have a memory. You can't call it as an agent, it's just a scripted FAQ. At TTN, what we usually call an agent is something which takes autonomous action, which adapt to new situations, and which can verify its own result. This is something truly which is agentic. So that's an agent we advocate for in TTN.
That brings us to a term which we hear a lot, agent washing. What's your take on this trend and how companies are spotting this nowadays?
You see, it's very real in trend nowadays, and many companies are rebranding. And when I'll say companies, these are different vendors that are rebranding their normal prompt chains or the RPA scripts as the agents, which should not be true. Now, the easiest way to catch this is you ask or meet any vendor and ask to run a log trace. If you see in these log traces how many input tokens, how many output tokens, how many tools are being called, what is the latency that is being incurred. If a vendor is able to show you all these things, that's an AI agent. If he is not, that's only a marketing gimmick and not the machinery that is working behind it.
That's a great insight, Ankit. So, when you're evaluating a use case, what's your go to framework for deciding if it's AI worthy or not?
So at To The New, we have some key pillars to identify whether a use case is AI worthy or not. The first one is business impact. Are there certain set of KPIs that are defined by the stakeholders, like revenue generation, like cost saving, which plays a major impact role in defining and building any agentic AI application? The second one is the data readiness. AI is all about what's the data that goes in and the data that comes out. So you need to have the data which is good, which is structured, or which is unstructured, but which is rich in content. Then there is a closed loop. Can we automatically verify whether the agentic AI application is a success or a failure? Other set of key pillar is the guardrails. Are there any inbuilt policies that needs to be governed? Last but not the least is the economics part. What are the application that we have built? The gain out of it, does it outweigh the model's inference cost, the model building cost, or the complete application cost? So I would say at To The New, we focus majorly on these key pillars to identify whether an AI application is AI worthy or not.
Got it, Ankit. I can see that we are actually focusing on a lot of key pillars here. So now let's get to the elephant in the room, Ankit. Gartner predicted a massive dropout rate for enterprises' AI agents. In your view, what's driving this burnout and how can organizations avoid the same?
Yeah, I've read that report from Gartner in detail, and it says that almost 40% of the agentic AI applications or the projects would end by the end of 2027. And the reason behind it is it's not the failure of the AI model itself. It's a mix of both operational and strategic failures along with the technological implementations. So you see, when we have been conversing about it, organizations lack the vision. They're not clear what's the ROI that they are looking at. Then they're weak at integrations as well. Okay. Then the other point is the weak integrations. When you look at the task force, it's pretty important that you have those sets of technology enablers that can drive those agentic AI applications. And many organizations are struggling to find the real talent. Last but not the least, there is also lack of governance, which should be the ask from day one. We have seen a lot of implementations in the organizations in which agentic AI projects have been completed, but they lack the governance module. And once these are completed, these applications go in vain because there's no human oversight, there's no policies that has been designed on the day one. So I would say these are certain factors that are driving the agentic AI projects to failure, which should be the key considering factors from day one itself.
That's incredibly practical advice, Ankit. My final question for you will be that what's your ultimate piece of advice for enterprise leaders looking to avoid falling into the shiny demo trap?
I would say not each demo is suitable for all types of organization. So when you're looking at your own organization, you need to have clear-cut information about what's that business KPI that you're looking out. Start with small pilot, run into the errors, and I'll say take small baby steps when you are building any AI projects. Implement guardrails, as I mentioned before, from the day one itself. Keep a complete trace of the logs. What is the LLM that you are calling? What is the output tokens that you are getting? What is the input tokens? How much investment have you made? Calculate your ROI after the build of first run. And then try to evaluate whatever you have been building, is it right for your organization or not? So I would say these are certain factors that needs to be considered.
Ankit, that was an absolutely eye-opening conversation which we had today. It's clear that the future of agentic AI isn't just about technology, it's about smart strategy, clear governance, and a deep focus on measurable outcomes. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise today with us.
Thanks, Priyanka. The pleasure is all mine.
And thank you for all joining us on this episode of Visionary Voices. If you're an enterprise leader or a tech enthusiast, we hope this episode gives you the clarity you need to navigate the world of agentic AI with confidence. Stay tuned for more conversations that get to the heart of technology, Until next time, please take care.